Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm on today with days 7, 8, 9 and 10 of the 31 days of easy peasy painty papers. And that's a series of painty papers aimed at beginners by the lovely Bettsy Doodle here on YouTube. I've been following along with her tutorials and I've got my results here to show you. Day 7 was using textured wallpaper. I didn't have any textured wallpaper, so I was pleased when she'd put up an additional video for that day. In the additional video was suggesting using embossing folders if you didn't have textured wallpaper. So I've got plenty of embossing folders. So first off, I tried using this butterfly one. And I used purple paint and purple glitter paint, though the glitter paint doesn't really stand out very well in this one. I got those paints from B&M, and this is the results here. It's not a clear print, but you can pick out some butterflies, but I think it's quite nice as an abstract print anyway. So that was the butterfly embossing folder, and then I used this Cuttlebug. It's a kind of bubbly effect one, and then this one was given a better imprint. I used red. All the paints I got was from B&M. So I used red. And I just used a bit of packaging, a bit of cardboard cereal packaging, running it through the embossing folder. And then you pat it into your paint, and then pat it all over your papers. So this one, I did the red dots first, and then the blue dots, and then the green dots. But then when I came to put the green on, I think I had too much paint on my card, so I couldn't see much else. So what I did, I took a bit of paper, and I blotted a lot of the green off. So I used this second bit that I blotted off and used the same bit of card, and it gave me slightly different results with the exact same, using the exact same paper, the exact same paints, and the exact same bit of card with embossed card. This was the first one, and this one the dots are much more pronounced, whereas this was the one with the blotched, that I blotted off the green background, and then I used blue, and then I used the red on top of that. The red's much brighter in the first one than it is in the second one. So that was day 7. Day 8 is one of my favourite techniques. This is the first time I've done it, but it gives you lovely results. And it's called Dendritic Painting, or Dendritic Printing. And the first couple I used acetate sheets, 2 bits of acetate sheets, and the other ones I used 2 bits of cardboard packaging. And when you use the cardboard packaging, you want to use the glossy side of the cereal boxes, or whatever packaging you're using. Just make sure it's the glossy side. The cardboard packaging gave me much better results. Well, I preferred the results from the cardboard. I got not a bad result with the acetate, but the papers I prefer is the ones with the cardboard. So what you do is you take your selection of paints and your acetate or your cardboard, or you could use 2 sheets of glass if it's thick enough glass, or perspex or anything. And all you're doing is dotting your selection of paints on one sheet and putting the other sheet on top and squashing it all down. You would be doing it on a surface, you know, but as you can't see my surface, I'm just giving you the idea. So, and then you peel it apart carefully and you get fancy prints, and then you print it onto your paper. So here's the acetate print using a selection of neon paints, and you can see all the fancy prints that the Dendritic Printing makes. Lovely patterns. That's the neon yellow, neon green, neon orange and neon pink. This one here was created using the acetate as well. And as you can see the white paint, you can see the patterns better in the white paint than you can with the background. I used pale pink, purple, black and white. That was all I used for this one, yeah. So I quite like this effect, yes. But these two are my favourites. This is the ones that I done with the cardboard. I used the teal and the green glitter paint for this next one. I love the patterns of this card. It looks like coral under the sea. See? I just love that effect. And you're not actually seeing the glitter or the glitter paint, but the pale colour is actually glitter paint. You can see it. You can see it here, but just not through the camera lens. I think that's a really pretty one. One of my favourites. But I think this blue and white one, I used this blue paint here. I think this one's my favourite. And all I did was using the blue with the white background. But can you see the patterns in those big blobs? You can get some really amazing prints going on inside the blobs of paint. You just don't know what you're going to get when you do this dendritic painting. And I'm definitely going to be trying a lot more of this style out in the future. So I think this is my favourite of all the painted papers I've done so far. Next up, we've got the fruit and vegetable nets. First of all, I tried an orange net. I don't know what I've done with my nets. I thought I had my nets here. But I wasn't getting the same effect as Bettsy Doodle. But saying that, I like the effect I got, so it didn't matter. I think what happened, I think the orange net that I've used here might have been too fine to give an imprint. What you do is you scrunch up your fruit or veg. You know, you can get lots of different fruits and you can get onions and stuff in your nets. All you do is scrunch it up, dip it in your paint and away you go on your paper. So this was using the pearlescent paints that are from the same set from B&M. Got the pearlized gold, copper and silver. And I used a kind of beigey coloured card. And that's really quite a nice background, that one. I tried the orange net again in this one. This is on a blue card, using the orange paint. I used this yellow and the purple glitter paint as well. That's the kind of pinky shades here that you can see. And that is the purple. That's the same purple as I'd been using on the butterfly print one. But as you can see, because it's going over the orange and the blue and that, it's made a much darker shade. It's a kind of really dark, kind of maroony coloured, I'd say. It's interesting seeing what kind of colours you get with different coloured cards and different coloured paints. I quite like this one as well. And this one, I tried using the onion net instead of the orange net, and it gave a slightly better imprint. I don't know if you can see these bits here, because it was a very, very fine net I used, but it was a stiffer net. So I think these parts here, you can actually see where the imprints have went. And I just used two shades in this. I used the burnt umber and the lemon yellow from these paints. These paints are £2 each, or 3 for £5 in B&M, and they're 200ml, so that they'll last me a lot longer than these wee ones. But I'm near enough finished my wee set. Oh, I've had fun using them and all sorts of colour combinations. So you see where the burnt umber going over the yellow makes the kind of third colour. I like that one. And then lastly is day 10, is to use a paper fan. Now Dee used a fan, and she also used a paper rosette. But paper rosettes are a bugbear of mine. I don't like making them. I always struggle when I can get the folding right, and it's when you get it to, and you have to push it down to create the rosette. I struggle with that, something awful. So that's why I don't make a lot of rosettes. So I thought I'll just try the fan, and that will do. So I used the blue, this new blue that I've got here, ultramarine blue, and I used this new paint that I've got as well in B&M, a sap green it's called, and I also used the lemon yellow. And this is the results of the paper fan technique. I like this result as well. As you can see, the lemon yellow going over the blue, and the green turns it to green. So there's 2 shades of green there, and the ultramarine blue. And the last one, I just used the sap green and the lemon yellow again. And again, it's made 2 shades of green as well. So that's all my Painty papers up to date until, well, I haven't done today's yet. Today's is another one of painting with sponges. But Dee was trying to kind of draw with sponges and this time round. So I'll get round to doing that, and I'll come back with when I've done another few days. Right. I hope you'll join me next time round. Please give me a like and subscribe to me if you haven't. Thank you. Bye bye.